Do you hear that? That's right. It's the sound of silence. For the next 6 hours, I'm home all alone. No wife, no kids, no distractions. What am I gonna do? Yeah, you guessed it. I'm already making some beer. Mash is already in. Been mashing for about 30 minutes now. What beer are we brewing? I'm gonna brew another kit from Northern Brewer. This is their Citra. I am making a few tweaks to the recipe that I'll explain a little bit farther down the line. One of the nice things about ordering a kit is I don't have to think about it too much. I've got a little bit of extra time. All I need to do is heat my water up, go crush my grains. Everything's weighed out for me. All the hops are pre-packaged and ready to go, so let's get brewing. Changes to the recipe. I'm gonna post the original Northern Brewer Citra all grain recipe link down in the description. I'm also going to post my Brew Father recipe down in the link below too, because I did make a couple changes to this beer. The first change is I'm going to add another hop to the mix. I was listening to the Hoppy Hour the other night, and there were a couple people in the comments in the chat talking about the combination of Citra and Dorado. I just happen to have quite a bit of Dorado in the freezer right now that I need to start moving through. So I thought as my flame out addition, I would add the 2 ounces of Citra and 2 ounces of Dorado as a flame out addition for this one. And then I'll actually, for the dry hop, it was 1 ounce of Cascade, 1 ounce of Citra. I'm also gonna throw another ounce of Dorado in as my dry hop addition. The other change that I needed to make was because when I put the recipe in Brew Father, my system was calculating this was only gonna be like a 4.3, 4.5% beer. I was coming up a little bit short on the original gravity. So instead of adding more grain, I'm going to go ahead and add 8 ounces of corn sugar with 10 minutes left in the boil to kind of bump my original gravity up. With the 8 ounces, it gets me right to a 1050, which is what this recipe was supposed to be coming in at, and about a 5.3% alcohol with the yeast that I'm gonna use. And speaking of yeast, that's gonna be the last change. They recommend US-05 as a dry yeast, and then there's a couple liquid yeast options that they recommend. WLP001, the California Ale yeast. I am going to try a new yeast to me. I'm gonna try the Verdant IPA yeast. Sounds like this yeast might be a really nice blend in this beer. We're gonna check it out. I'll let you know how it goes. It's so quiet around here. My 20-minute hop addition, putting in 1 ounce of Cascade. So with 10 minutes left in the boil, I'm gonna add my dextrose or corn sugar. This is 1 pound. I'm just gonna eyeball it and pour half the pack in. My timer's about to go off for the end of the boil, so in a second here, I'm going to kill the heat. I'm gonna throw in my 2 ounces of Citra, 2 ounces of Dorado. Here we go. I forgot to hit record while I transferred it into my fermenter, but I transferred it into my fermenter. I pitched my Verdant IPA yeast It's in my chest freezer, set at 66 degrees F, where it's gonna sit for as long as it takes. And then I'm gonna package it and put it in a glass. And then I'll see you guys then. Brew day, done. I had to come inside because every time I go in the backyard, I've either got kids screaming or dogs barking, and it just makes it incredibly difficult to film a video. Northern Brewers, Citra. I actually added gelatin to the keg. As you can see, this beer is completely hazy, which I guess is okay by me. This is like the 4th time I brewed the Citra recipe from Northern Brewer. I really enjoy this one. It's just real simple. It's only, I believe it's just 10 pounds of pale malt, 2-row pale malt, and 1 pound of Crystal 40. So you can easily replicate that. But the hop schedule's a nice, decent hop schedule. Oh, it smells juicy. It does have that dank smell as well. Super nice aroma. It's just an all-around good beer. It's got a nice hop bitterness from the Centennial and the Cascade. It's a good beer. The Verdant IPA yeast, I'm really happy with this yeast. The only thing that I wish I was actually trying to get a clear West Coast style IPA or pale ale, and this thing is nowhere near clear. I don't think it will get clear at all. So this just goes to show that you can use gelatin in your beer and it's not going to clear every beer up. There's just something about this yeast and this hops, nice mouthfeel, not too heavy, but once again, I mean, this only came out at about 5% alcohol. It's not too light either. It's still got a nice mouthfeel to it. So if you want a good, drinkable IPA / pale ale, get on Northern Brewer, order the Citra, and brew that up. And if you want to follow my recipe, I'll put a link in the description as well below. I just made the change of just adding the Dorado hops, and then I just used the Verdant IPA yeast. But this is a really good beer. This is a really easy to drink, flavorful, sessionable. I love it. Nice job, Northern Brewer. Let me know in the comments. Do you like the inside or do you like the outside? Inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside. I kind of like it in here. This is nice. Thanks for watching. Cheers. See you in the next one.